board that's the size of this tray, well, not much more, the tiniest little thing you've ever seen in your whole life. It's affordable, reliable, and more importantly, safe. Come back in a moment, I'll show you what I got. Ready, set, launch. Can you believe that? And then back. Whoa! That's incredible. Welcome back, guys, to Andrew Penman YouTube, and I am back, but I'm not actually back. So I'm still overseas. This is a pre-recorded video, so I'm actually still overseas in Europe. Stick around because my videos are coming through Germany, Munich, Zurich, Florence, Amalfi Coast, Rome, Venice, Florence. They're all coming, and I'm the first guy to actually ride a skateboard on the actual Amalfi Coast, from Positano's to Priano. I'm also the first guy to actually hopefully ride in Venice and footage that. So that's all coming. But in the meantime, we've got a quick little unbox to keep the normal subscribers happy. And today I've got a really special electric skateboard. Now, on my channel, it's the thinking person's electric skateboard review channel. So you're not going to get the normal run-of-the-mill stuff like the Mipos, the X-Ways, and all the Wow-Goes. You're not going to get the actual oranges. You're going to get the exclusive stuff like the pomegranate fruit. You're going to get something very, very different here. I'm on the peripheral. I always go for stuff that's a little bit different, a little bit unusual. And again, I'm wearing my worldwide tee because this is a worldwide first again. So not only with the Zillboard and the pneumatic tires on the Vestar board, we've got the reel. We've had so many firsts on my channel where I'm the first person in the world and on YouTube to actually unbox a board. And I really pride myself on having 7 of those boards now I've actually done as the first in the world. And I thank the companies who have invested their trust into me to review their boards. Also at the moment, I apologise to companies I have knocked back, because I've knocked back about 15 electric skateboards that I just think there's too many out there reviews of the same thing. I want to do something that's different. So if you haven't considered subscribing to my channel, consider subscribing. You'll always get notifications of the latest technology boards like this one now, which no one's done on YouTube. It's the electric egg board. It's only 17 inches. But it's about 16 inches wide. Wait till you see this thing. We'll get underway now and look at it. But if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Smash that like button. It makes a big difference to my stats and the way my videos are stacked and ordered. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so we've got the board from Sam Mock from Skateboard Park in China. So that's the first box done. And we'll see what's in the box. Again, this is just one of the first beta versions of this, so when you get it, it'll be a lot more refined than this. So let's get it out. First of all, get the board out. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at it. Wow. Check it out. Look at the size of this thing. This is just awesome. 5.2 kilos. We have all the stuff. Right, first of all, let's have a look at the board itself. Wow, okay, it's decent weight. It's about 5.2 kilograms without the battery in. The battery must be in there. 2 carry handles. Hub motors are beautifully. It's a nice size 90mm wheel. This is actually very small. Okay, very small. I've got pretty big feet, so I'm going to be sitting pretty much right over the trucks on this. Yeah, this is really nice. The slide-in battery is different to the one I've seen on the EBoard. It's similar design, the way it clicks in, but just a different version. I think the lights light up here, on-off switch here. The trucks look really soft. The bushings look incredibly flexible. Beautiful magnets on those. So the top speed on this is going to be around about 25 kilometers per hour, they say. I'd say the ESC has been adjusted for that speed because of the sheer size of the board. Yeah, so this is it. It's the egg from the Peak. The Peak are a new company coming out. It's a great company to make some amazing electric skateboards. So if you want to order one of these things, I'll put the link below to Sam Mock and Skateboard Park. You can order I think about $450 US. They're quite expensive because it is actually a slide-in battery, very reliable remote. Charger, charging cable. Wow, the battery geez, the battery charge is tiny, really tiny, and really, really light. Grams. Okay, skate tool, instruction booklet with the wrong board on there. Obviously, this is such a new board. That's that. We've got him up with a battery. Yep, nicely packaged up with foam. Nothing else in there, I hope. nicely packaged. Sam, great work. Always like to rattle a battery, make sure it doesn't move or make any noise. You've got a phone charger. Oh, it pops right off. Okay, that's interesting. You've got a phone charger in here, USB. You've got the lighting indicator, and you've got the test of how many power battery on there as a quick test. Similar design to the EBoard. I'm really loving these sliding batteries. If you haven't seen a sliding battery board, have a look at the link below will come in above to my EBoard. That's an awesome board as well. You can get 30-kilometer range on 2 batteries. That kills any kind of night ride, and you've got nothing to worry about in terms of just getting out there and snapping your battery in. Really good. The trucks are CNC machines. Straight away I can see that they're not forged. Aeration here for the heat dissipation. Yeah, I like the balance of it. It's got a nice balance, so I can see it being quite a safe board. It's got a lip on both sides. You can see the actual it's not even a W. It's a very slight W, more of a massive U deck. Yeah, so the Peak are bringing out some great boards at the moment. Let's have a look at this thing and we'll go out on the road and have a ride of it. I'll give you my honest opinion on its safety, its durability, on the time I've had it, and I'll hit it pretty hard for about 3 hours. It's got double risers there, obviously for the wheel bite. But yeah, let's listen to the motors and we'll have a listen to how they sound. So we'll get the battery in. You actually, there we go, to show you from this angle. As quick as that, easy as that, turn it on. Battery power comes on the bottom. We'll have a look at the adjustable braking. I can just see that straight away. You've got low, medium, high and high, so 4 braking levels. You've got the light coming on the bottom when it's braking, obviously. Let's listen to the motors and see the sound and the quality of those motors. Okay, first thing I'm noticing straight away is they're very in tune, they're very aligned beautifully. There's no movement much on these at all. So with the Peak EBoard, electric skateboard, one of the smallest boards I've seen. The wheelbase is around about 15 inches. The actual deck is only 17 inches in length, which means it's like a 12-inch ruler with another 4 fingers on the end. So we've not got a lot of real estate there to play with, but you got that width. I think that width is going to play into a lot of security feeling when you're on that, especially with the lip on both sides. Way with this, packing it in the back of your backpack. The weight's around about 6.1 kilos, maybe 5.8. It's beautifully engineered around here with the cabling. It's just beautifully done. I'm loving it. So look, let's get out on the road, let's check it out, and yeah, first in the world to see the Peak EBoard mini electric skateboard. How cool is that? Wow. The weight's so stable. You've got 11 inches of wheelbase width there, which is really stable on the ground with 90mm wheels. The 80A is really soft and grippy, so you're not going to slide. Who's it suited for? Probably someone who works in an area where you've got a big area like an airport or a factory or Google or a warehouse, somewhere we don't have a lot of traffic, a lot of braking, possibly campus, university, that kind of stuff. It's a rocket pocket Mini Cooper S on steroids. Certainly at 100 kilos nearly this will take me, and I think it'll take most hills because I've got pretty much sure this power I'm feeling on the torque of these 450 watt motors will take pretty much a 20 to 23% hill grade. 15 kilometer range on the battery, pretty impressive. Backpack, it'll fit in, it'll be really nice to travel with. So yeah, it's a nice board. So the Peak, and to Sam Mock at Skateboard Park, thank you so much. It's a great little electric skateboard, probably the smallest you could get and the safest you could get, without a doubt. Other than that, I wouldn't go any smaller or any lighter than that. So we'll get some drone footage up now and you can see how the full performance is, and we'll go for a ride. Heaps of power for this little rocket. Okay guys, I'll just show you how small this board is. Okay, it's 17 inches wide, long by 10 inches wide. Okay, so we're talking a really small skateboard, probably the smallest one I've ever ridden, and this is quite sketchy, it's quite dangerous, so don't try this at home. Got to be really gentle with the braking on this. It's incredibly jerky. I've tried the different levels and I think that they need to improve the braking a little bit. It's, on that size board, you really haven't got a lot of error for movement. Now the feet distance on this, the wheelbase is around 13 inches. So when you're standing on, you're about 12 inches between your feet, which is about nearly the same stance as a normal skateboard, except probably I'm a little bit wider on my longboard. The good point is there's no cantilever, there's absolutely no kicktail, which means that when you stand on it, you're never gonna flip back, right? You're never gonna flip back. See, I can't even do a kicktail. So there's no chance of it flicking back, which is a really good thing. And that scalloped deck keeps you in pretty well. So I think I did about 26 kilometers an hour then. That's about top speed. I understand why they've capped it, because technically it's so dangerous to go any faster than 26 kilometers an hour. This is an awesome electric skateboard. Let's go and look at it for some drone footage and some more footage of me riding again. Okay, let's have a talk about it. Okay, this is the Mini Baby EBoard Motorised with slide-in battery. It's a brilliant board. It's absolutely one of the most exciting little finds I've come across. I'm the first guy in YouTube at this point in time to review it. Now, there are some pros and cons, so let me go through them now on my final impressions of this board. First of all, the deck. The deck is insanely perfect. It actually is got camber on both sides, beautiful width of 10 inches. It gives it a really nice feel. So this is an insanely well-designed deck. Like I said, 10 inches wide, and you got the wheelbase of right to the edges, so you got like a 12-inch foot stance, so you nearly got the same foot stance as a normal board, so really impressive. The motors are insane, 480 watts. This is a powerful setup. Geared at 28 kilometers an hour top speed, so you really don't want to go much faster on this particular deck because it's a really tiny real estate to stand on, so shift your weight. The trucks are 11 inches, so we're talking 11 inches, which is wider than, well, it's actually one of the most widest wheel widths I've seen on any board, and much wider than most of the boards coming out at the moment. Gives you a lot of stability when you're riding. The slide-in battery is brilliant, the USB charger. The carving of these front trucks, they're really soft, and they carve, as you can see, like crazy. However, let's talk about the actual cons. It's basically the ESC. The ESC they've chosen for this is a binary LingYi. It's an original LingYi. It's one of the first type generation ones, which is extremely jerky brake, extremely jerky takeoff. Now that's normally okay on a 38-inch deck. You got lots of room. When you got this little tiny real estate with 12 inches of sort of like foot stance, you really can't shift your weight enough to accommodate that bite. It does have adjustable braking on the actual remote, but unfortunately it doesn't work that well. The adjustments are very minimal, and on that size deck it's virtually non-existent. Now my impressions of this, it's a brilliant concept. It's a best travel board, 99 watt hour, slide-in battery, 15 Ks, powerful motors, very solid CNC machine trucks, and like I said, the deck is just sensational. I love it. However, because of that ESC, I'm going to get in touch with the company and talk to them about putting a HobbyWing in here. A HobbyWing would be the best ESC for this. It's a slow takeoff and a slow braking, and probably the new adjustable type of braking on a HobbyWing would be the ideal ESC for this. Then it would be 9.6 out of 10. I can thoroughly recommend it. But at the moment, for the price, $499 or whatever it is, around roughly that price, it's a good bargain. It's a really solid unit, and the carving of this trucks is one of the most astounding things, as well as this James Bond little mini deck that actually is a bit like, essentially, it's like the Doctor Who TARDIS. It looks really small, you go inside, it's massive. You get on this thing, close your eyes, you feel like you're riding a longboard. It's really amazing. It's an illusion. It's such a wide deck, 10 inches, and but it looks tiny, but it really has an amazing feel. So that's my final recommendations on this board, and I'll get in touch with the supplier and the vendor about changing the ESC. I'm the first person in the world to ride it, so yeah, I've got to give that feedback urgently to them now. Otherwise, it's a brilliant board. So yeah, we'll go for a ride now and check it out.